Oh yeah. What is up, everybody? How we doing today? Welcome. I think we're gonna have a really good stream today. I think this is gonna be epic. Let me know, as always, if anything sounds out of line. Hopefully everybody can hear me and you can still hear the music a little bit, because today we're gonna have some fun. We're going to try to do a 6-minute speed modeling challenge. And so what I mean by that is the challenges that I host every month, once a month, on the Too Tall Toby leaderboard. You can see it here, tootalltoby.com. The leaderboard challenges are a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun with these challenges, and basically what it means is that you've got these 3 different models that you're challenged to create. You got to create this model here, which should have a mass of 12 grams. You got to create this model here, which should have a mass of 1891 grams, and you got to create this model here, which should have a mass of 0.686 pounds. So how fast can you build these 3 models? Well, I have seen some outstanding results here on the leaderboard. You can see Airwick was able to come in with just 3 minutes and 12 seconds. Jed comes in 3 minutes 19, 342, 347. Mohammed coming in here using Katia at 457. We got Golden Spamfish here using Onshape. We got at 539. We got Mike Stano using Onshape at 555. We got Florian coming in here 609, 620, 631. So all these outstanding submissions here. Now, if you're watching the live stream and you are one of these people who submitted one of these, first of all, thank you. This is awesome. I love seeing all these participants. Second, if you want to get your video verified so you can get entered into the monthly giveaway, which this month is a t-shirt, just make sure that you send me a link to the video itself. So you can do that by going up to this video here, the synthwave video. Click on that video and then just post a reply and include a link to your video, and then we should be good, and I should be able to see your video and then give you the appropriate recognition for having done it and done it correctly. As always, guys, in the chat, XDADS and Rob and C2I, hello. Thank you very much for joining me. And please let me know if the audio sounds good. I'm kind of solo today. I don't have my producer with me today, so I'm just kind of doing this for fun. I thought it'd be fun to kind of go through and try this challenge myself. And like I said, I'm seeing all these amazing times that are coming in with all these different CAD systems. So I thought that maybe what I would do is go through and try to do this using Onshape. So I'm going to be using the totally free version of Onshape, and I'm going to attempt to create these 1, 2, 3 models in less than 6 minutes. So that's kind of the goal for the day. We're going to do this speed modeling challenge here. Let's get into it here and just talk a little bit about kind of what my strategy is. When it comes to speed modeling, what you really need to do is you need to come up with a basic strategy. And when you're speed running anything, usually the best thing to do is to do it in segments. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do each segment like this. I'm going to start with the 3rd segment here and try to get each one of them under 2 minutes for my best time. And then I'll try to string all 3 of them together, and I'm going to try to run all 3 of them. So the goal of me hosting this content today is to help anybody out there who wants to try to speed model to come up with a good strategy that they can use to be successful at speed modeling and to take on these challenges. And of course, hopefully along the way, I'll teach you a little bit about 3D CAD, 3D modeling, teach you about Onshape, and I'll also be able to teach you a little bit about just kind of like general 3D modeling practices and shortcuts and things like that. So let's get into it here. I'm going to take this IMGUR and move it over to my second screen. Again, if you want to access these models, if you wanted to give this a try yourself, what you can do is you can take a look at tootalltoby.com/leaderboard, the leaderboard page here. And then what you do is you click on this banner right here, the April Speed Modeling model these 3 parts. If you click on that banner, that will take you to the IMGUR page that I'm looking at here on my second screen that has these 3 prints. So if you wanted to try it along with, if you want to follow along with, you absolutely can. If you don't have a CAD system available, you can go to onshape.com/free and you can sign up for the Onshape free account, and you can right away jump in and start working in Onshape and creating free models. So if you don't have a CAD system, there's a solution for you. It exists right in the browser. You don't even have to worry about having the correct hardware or anything. So some of these parts you can see I've already modeled. I already modeled, for example, this 3rd part that we're going to do here. And that's because I made a different full-blown tutorial, you know, click here, click here, click here, and that's either on the Onshape YouTube channel already, or it will be up there in just a couple of days. I do have a full kind of Onshape playlist going over on the Onshape YouTube channel. So this is the playlist here at the YouTube channel. I included a link down in the description. So if you want to kind of see what my journey is from having nothing to signing up for the free CAD to using some different tips and tricks, sharing some of my different tips and tricks that I've learned along the way, you know, you can check out that playlist as well. That's a great way to get started on the right foot. And of course, one of these videos is all about the Onshape Learning Center, which is an entire section of free knowledge that you can access to learn all about 3D CAD and learn specifically about Onshape. So if you're interested in that, check it out. I have a really strong SolidWorks background, and now I'm just kind of experimenting with some of the other CAD systems that are out there. So Eduardo from Spain, what's up? Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. And for all of those of you who are out there watching today, I think you guys might enjoy this coffee mug that I'm drinking out of. It says, I don't want to brag, but I model. So there you go. That's how I feel today. All right, so for today's lesson, it's not going to be so much all of the individual step-by-steps, but it's going to be more focused on just getting from point A to point B. How do we create this model and get it to the point where we've got the correct mass, which is 0.686 pounds? So I think that to get started here, I'm going to go into the tootalltoby.com/leaderboard. I'm going to click compete, which is going to bring up this clock here. I'm going to move this clock over onto the one side of my screen. So I'll move this clock over here. We do need to have the clock visible when we create our recordings of the speed run. Otherwise, the video won't be approved. So I'll move this Onshape screen over a little bit so we can see the clock. We can see the Onshape screen. And let's get into it here and try to create this model as quickly as we can. Like I said, this is the third model. So right now, this is just practice, but it is nice to have the clock as we start practicing. So we're going to start a new document here. I'll call this 333 because it's the third model. And I'm going to go to the top plane, begin a sketch, and orient my view by pressing the letter N on my keyboard. You can see I've got my keyboard cam down here. I'm going to press the S key again and get into the line command, and I'm going to create a line that comes up, come back and touch that end point and come around with a tangent arc, come across like this, come back and touch the end point and come across with another tangent arc, and then I'll do a crossing select to make both of those tangent by pressing the letter T on my keyboard. Now, I did forget about something in this model. I forgot to go in and change my units, so let me go to my workspace units because this one is in inches. The other two are in millimeters, so I'll be good to go with the other two. And now I'll jump back into edit sketch mode, and I'm going to just take this point and drop it right on the origin. I'm going to click this point and press H for horizontal, and I'm going to jump into my dimension command and give this a radius of 1.25, give this a radius of 0.5, and put a distance between those two of 2 inches. Already 1 minute burned off the clock here, so I'm not sure if I'm going to make it here. I'm going to use the tab keys here to get through this window here, and then I'm just going to flip the direction of this extrusion so the extrusion is going in the downward direction. And now I'm going to go to the front plane and begin a sketch, and let's get normal 2 by pressing the N key. And then I'm going to use the rectangle command and create a rectangle here like so. I'll pick this point and make those vertical with the letter V. I'll create a smart dimension, create a dimension here that goes between these two, 0.25 and 0.25 here. And then I will create a dimension that goes from here to here at 1.75. We need to add some fillets to this thing, so I'll jump into the fillet command here and add a fillet on this corner and this corner. I'll left click to finish the fillet command, and that'll be 0.1. And then I will extrude. This time it'll be a remove through all in both directions. So I want to use the symmetric option to go in both directions. And now the final thing that I'll do here is I'll go into the hole command in Onshape. We've got our hole command here, and we're going to choose, let's see here, 1 inch, 1.5, 0.25. It still remembers it from the last time I did this challenge. And so we'll hit the green check mark there. Let's right mouse button down here on the name of the part and go to assign material. I did create a custom library of Too Tall Toby materials, and this is supposed to have a material of 1060 aluminum alloy as it's called out on the print. And let's take a look at the mass properties of that part. Let's see here. Oh, so this should be in pounds. So I do have to change one more thing here. Workspace units, change this to pounds. I should have just done that earlier when I was changing the other one. I'll remember that for next time around. And 0.696. Whoops, missed the hole here. So S key, create a circle here, give that a diameter of 0.5, and we're going to extrude. That's going to be a remove. In Onshape, we use remove instead of cut extrude. And let's try this again. There we go, 0.686. So let's stop the clock. 3 minutes and 8 seconds. Okay. Too long. All right, so let's give this a shot again here. 3 minutes and 8 seconds is too long. We need to cut that time down a little bit. So let's cancel, restart here, and let's exit out of this part and try it again. So a couple things that we learned there. We learned that we need to remember to remember that hole at the end. We need to remember when we change our units, which we should probably do in the very beginning, we need to change to inches, and we also need to change to pounds. So let's give this a try again. What's up, Anti-Venom? How you doing, bro? Great to see you in here. Just going through, and my goal here is to create all these models in under 2 minutes each, and then I'm going to try and do the full run in under 6 minutes. So let's do this again. I'm going to delete that model that I just created out of my documents. I'm working here in the totally free version of Onshape. And here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. So we're going to do a create here, create document. I'll call this one 333 again. Could use a single sketch to do that part. Okay, that's good to know. Let me change my document units here, and we're going to change this to inch, and we'll change this to pounds as well to kind of streamline that final step. Begin a sketch, get normal 2, S key line, come up here, come back, touch the endpoint, come around, touch the endpoint, come around, go to there, do a crossing select, make that tangent, do a coincident here. We'll take this point and press H to make them horizontal. Let's give ourselves a dimension here of 1.25 and a dimension here of 0.5. We'll go a distance between these two of 2 inches. Making better progress now already, I can tell. This is going to go to 1.8, and I'm going to flip the direction of that one. And then we're going to go to our front plane and begin a sketch, get normal 2, and we'll create a rectangle here. Like so. Be nice if I just made this, let's see, this is going to be 1.8 minus 0.5. That's going to save me a little bit of time, right? Now I only have to put one of these on here, 0.25, and we'll take this and use V to make that vertical. And then we'll add our sketch fillet here. Get this guy and this guy with a radius of 0.1. And we're going to extrude cut that through all in both directions. So we'll use symmetric here. Hit the green check mark. Whoops, that should have been a remove. Okay, easy enough to change that. Now I'm going to go to this face here and create my 0.5 circle, 0.5, and we're going to go to extrude through all. And then we'll finish up here with our hole, which is going to go right here. And let's get the mass of this thing. Oh, material. Assign material. And that's going to be a material of aluminum, right? Okay. And let's get the mass of this thing. Okay, 0.686. Okay, a little faster. Not quite where I want to be yet, but I'm sure getting closer. Driton R is in the chat. What's up? Yep, sheet metal tools are available in Onshape. Lots and lots of YouTube content on sheet metal. I haven't gotten into it myself yet, but it is definitely out there. So you can definitely take a look at that sheet metal stuff in Onshape. All right, well, I think we're getting closer here to our 2-minute goal. Let's try this again. Let's close this model. So I think that the thing that kind of got me there was I forgot about material. If I hadn't forgotten about material, I would have saved myself a little bit of time on that one. And then, of course, I did that cut extrude as a boss extrude instead of a cut extrude. So let's do this here. Let's try it again. We're going to go to our start time here. Let's do it again. This is what we do, right? When we're speed modeling, we're just kind of grinding here through this. So let's go top plane, begin a sketch, and we're going to... already messed up. False start there. All right, here we go. Start, and let's go. So we'll go here to our document units, workspace units. Let's change this to inch. Let's change this to pounds. I know you're probably wondering, like, why am I doing this? Why don't I just change it as a default? But the reason why is because those other two parts are working in millimeters and working in grams. So you know, I'm going to have to change it at some point. I may as well just only change it for the 1. So let's get this on the origin. Let's take this and make those horizontal. And let's give ourselves the 1.25 for this one, the 0.5 for this one. I guess I could probably just put this right in the same sketch, right? Just kind of thinking here on the fly. And that'll save me having to go back and do that extra hole. That'll definitely save me some time. And now we can extrude that, and that's going to be tab, 1.8, reverse direction, hit the green check mark. That gives us a pretty nice start there. We'll get normal to that second sketch, and this is going to be 1.75 by 1.8 minus 0.5, so 1.3. I should probably just remember that it's 1.3 for next time. This is going to be 0.25. These are going to be vertical, V, and then I'm going to jump into the fillet command here and fillet this and this. And that's going to be 0.1. And we're going to take that to a remove, through all, and symmetric. Oh yeah, this is going a lot better, huh? And then we'll go to our hole command, and that's going to be right here at this location. So let's show that sketch. Got a little too arrogant there, huh? Okay, and then our material is going to be our Too Tall Toby library, 1060 alloy, and we'll go to mass properties and 0.686. Boom. All right. Cool. Yes. Okay. Okay, 2 different documents with millimeters and inch, and then copy the document to start. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. That's a good idea. Yeah, I haven't really learned about the whole like Onshape templates, how to set up Onshape templates yet. So I'm gonna have to dive into that a little more. But all right, well, practice makes perfect, and I think that was a pretty smooth run. But I think I'm just gonna do it one more time, just because I don't want to forget some of these workflows, because that's gonna be the 3rd model that I do. So let's try this again. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. So we're gonna create a new document. Call this one 333. We're gonna immediately go into our workspace units, change this to inches, change this to pounds. Hit the green check mark. Top plane, begin a sketch, orient the view, and we're going to do line, come back, touch the endpoint, arc, line, come back, touch the endpoint, arc. We're going to crossing select there and make those tangent. We'll drop this directly on that point. We'll take these 2 points and make them horizontal. We'll create another hole here. This was a pretty big game changer, right? Having that included in that first sketch. We'll create this at 1.25. We'll create this at 0.5, and we'll create this at 2 inches distance. We'll do an extrusion there, tab, 1.8, and we will reverse the direction of that extrusion. Let's just show that sketch right away to save us having to show it later. We'll go front plane, begin a sketch, get normal 2, and we will create a rectangle at 1.75 by 1.3. We're going to take this point and make them vertical with V, and then we will say that this is 0.25 from the bottom, and that there are fillets on this, and those fillets are 0.1. And now we can extrude. This is going to be a remove, through all, symmetric to go in both directions. And we can finish up here by going to the hole command, and that hole is going to go right on that point, which we showed the sketch already. Let's assign our material. And that's going to be from the Too Tall Toby library of 1060 aluminum. And what is the mass of this body? 0.686. Boom. All right. Cool. So that one, I think, is of the 3, I think that one's probably the more challenging because of the whole like switching the units and everything. But I think the first one is pretty challenging too, because the first one has that weird revolve shape. So when we're all done, when we get to the end of this live stream today, hopefully, I'll be able to do all 3 of these in under 6 minutes. That's my goal. So if I could do that one in 141 and this one in 141 and this one in 141, then that'll give me like a full minute of room for making mistakes when I try to do the actual speed run. So we'll see what happens here. Don't forget, guys, if you're enjoying this type of content, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, maybe take a minute and throw it up on your social media. Let other people know what we're doing in here in case somebody else might find this interesting. I'm loving all the feedback that I'm seeing here, all this advice that I'm seeing in the chat, so I very much appreciate that too. The only reason I don't have the chat showing is I just don't want to take up too much of the real estate. Although, you know what? I could probably just put this over here, right? Yeah, that's what I'll do. Just drop it over here. Okay, and that way we can kind of see what's going on. Let me just, little on the fly adjustment here. I like everybody being able to see the chat. So let's make this a little smaller and let's make this a little larger font. We'll bring this down. Let's take our cool 6-minute speed modeling logo and just move it over here like this. There we go. That'll do for a kind of a quick little adjustment. I think that'll do nicely. All right, cool. Now we got the chat right in there so everybody can see it. All right, so let's try this first one now. The first one, I saw a few different people do this using different techniques. I tend to want to do this using the revolve technique, but I think it's actually better to do it using the extrude technique. So that's what I'm going to end up using here is going to be an extrude technique. And we'll see, we'll see if that ends up working out well or if it ends up being problematic. So let's do this. Going to cancel the clock here. I'm going to move this model here over to my other screen, and we are going to try this thing. We'll do a create here. We'll make this 111, and we're going to go to our, like I said, I mean, this one, the technique that I saw that seemed to work the best is to create this as a series of circles and then extrude them to different depths. So we could do something like this where we create our first circle here with a diameter of 125. Then we create a second circle here with a diameter of 100. And then we create our third circle with a diameter of, what is the diameter on the inside there? 80? No, 75. And then we can extrude those to different depths. We could even include some of the other circles in there if we wanted to, but let's take, for example, this first circle here and extrude that to a depth of 15. And we just want this one. Nope, not the region, just that one arc. I guess I could choose yeah, I guess I could do it like that. And then we could, this just doesn't feel natural to me, like I think we should just stick with what feels natural, right? So let's close this. I don't like the way this is going at all. Let's try this again. Here we go. 111. Does the music sound okay, everybody? Is the music too quiet or too loud? Let me know, please, in the chat. I can hear it. It sounds good to me. That's why I'm asking. It's helping me find my groove. So here I'm going to use the Q key to quickly change that line to construction. Oops. Going to use the Q key here, quickly change that line to construction, and then I'm going to create this using the technique that I think is a little more natural, which is to create it like that. And so really I could do another Q key here, Q to change that to for construction so that I'm able to see this thing as a doubled dimension. When I go to create these dimensions here, I can cross over and get the doubled dimension there. So that's 250. This dimension here is 15. This dimension here is 35. And then this dimension down here to that construction line is also a doubled dimension. So we can go from here down to that construction line and get that doubled dimension. That's going to be at 125. This dimension here to the construction line is going to be at 100. And this dimension here to the construction line is going to be at 75. So that gives us that basic shape, and then we can revolve that basic shape just using that entire sketch. Just trying to do it as a surface. It definitely works. It's just, we're kind of running out of time here on the clock, right? We could do our circle here with our diameter 75 and then extrude that out to our depth of 160. Then we could do, there's a couple of ways we could do this one, right? We could do a cut extrude here. Wonder if this actually, that previous sketch probably should have included that other circle. So if we did this one with both circles, and that one is at 50 for the interior diameter, Then that sets us up to do this cut extrude at 50 and just go up to next, right? Just go up to next here. That should give us what we want. Yeah. And then we could do another circle here. This is very much like using the old school way, right? Of doing things, doing it one circle per sketch. I think that's going to be a more efficient solution to this thing. So then this one's going to be at 80, and then that's going to get extrude cut to a depth of also 215. Okay, and then we can take our mirror command, and we can just actually mirror the whole part, and we can mirror the whole part about this plane here. So we can just do that as a full mirror part, and that should merge everything together. Do I have to do this merge with all? I don't think I do. Yeah, it just merges automatically. But doing a mirror all like that, it messes up because of that cut extrude there. It's kind of interesting. Okay, I'm going to have to come back and fix that one a little bit later. Second time around, you know. This is just kind of like our little test here to kind of see what kinds of challenges we can expect to run into. Wow, the mirror merged that face over too. That's kind of interesting. So we'll convert this, and we will, you know, at this point, I know that this is, this could be a lot more efficient the way that I'm doing this. That's okay though. Like I said, this is just our, kind of like our test run here, just to see what types of challenges we can expect to run into. Okay, and then we'll go assign material, just like we did last time, assign material, and this is going to be a material of ABS. Wow. We're going to use ABS for this one. And then we'll take a look at the mass of this thing. All right, there we go. We got the correct answer, 1212. Little bit of time to get that one, 4 minutes. That's not going to help us with our goal of, or almost 5 minutes. It's not really going to help us with our goal of trying to get this whole thing in under 6 minutes, but Antivenom says, maybe do a solid model first, then apply a shell and create bores. Yep, I like that. That's good. I like that one. I think the trick is going to be doing an efficient first sketch with regards to fully defining the sketch in one move, meaning that I think that if I can do the whole first sketch, efficiently, you know, knowing what all the dimensions are, I think I can bang the whole rest of this thing out pretty quick. So I think that the real trick is just going to be to get that first sketch in there in an efficient way. So let's just think about what that's going to look like. What's the most efficient way to do this? It's almost like I could do top plane, begin a sketch, get normal 2, and then create. See, I still want the solid. I want the solid in the middle for the cut extrude later. Concept of region and sketches. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's a great bit of advice that you're giving me there, Eduardo. All right, so let's go here to, let's say you made that 37.5, and then we come across to, like, this would really be the key. Then we come across to 125 minus 15 or minus 35. So we come across here to 90. And then we come up to whatever that is. Like contour selection. Yeah, exactly like contour selection. That's exactly right. So we come up here to sorry, I'm just doing the math in my head real quick. So this is 100 minus, so it's 12.5. Come up 12.5, come across 20, and then come up 12.5 again. Then come across this way, 15, and then close off the sketch. It's almost like that's the sketch that I need right there. If I could get that sketch in as the first sketch, I think I could do the rest of it in under 2 minutes. Let's see if that holds true. I'm going to screen capture this and drop it onto my second monitor to help. A little cheat sheet here, this is totally legit when you're doing the Too Tall Toby leaderboard challenge. So, all right, so let's restart this thing. All right, here we go. So we go top plane, begin a sketch, get normal to. We go line 37.5, come across 90, come up 12.5, come across 20, come up 12.5, come across 15, come down, close this thing off, and then turn that into a revolve, and that's going to use this as a revolve axis. Then we could go to this face and create a circle at 50 and create a circle at 80. And actually, I don't think I want that quite yet. Roll this bar back. Come on. No, whatever. I can just save that for later. I don't have to use it right now. Then I can go top plane, sketch, and I can create my sketch of my 75 here and bring that out to 160. Okay, now I could take this and do my extrude cut. So that's 50, and that's going to be extrude, remove, and that's going to go up to next. And then I could go back to this face here, really just this sketch here, and do my extrude cut. And that's going to go to 15. And then I can take that same sketch again, this one, and use that to extrude cut. Oops, not that face. No, this. And that's going to go through all. And then I can mirror. And that's going to be everything mirrored about this. Final spin here. Make sure it doesn't look. Oops, that doesn't look right. So that was, which one? This one. Go edit. And we'll say that's going to go. Let's just go up to vertex. We'll go up to here. Okay. And now we can go material. And this is going to be TTT materials, ABS, and mass properties, and 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. I think that's the way to go. I think that's, that's the technique that I need. I think that there's definitely, obviously there's still some efficiency that I can work into this thing, but I think that that's the trick. Let's see here. Oh yeah, rectangles. Oh, that's a great idea. Wow. Yeah, that's totally the way to go, right? You could just do then you could just do 15. You could just do, okay, let's try that. So we could go, I don't need to start a new document just to test this. I can just go here, right? So we could go, actually I want that on the top plane. Wow, this is mind blowing. So we could just go like this and say, I love this idea, Eduardo. Okay, so we can go right here and we could say this is going to be 125 by 37.5. And then we could go here and we could say this is going to be 15 by 125 over 2. And then we could go here and we could say this is going to be 30 by, 20 by 1 by 50. 30 by 50. And then we could just do a revolve. I mean, if we're going to go that far, we may as well just work the other rectangles in too, right? Wow, that's cool. I have a different plan for the other rectangles, though. So, let's see what we got here. Do it to improve. Yep. Yeah, that's awesome. No, I like that a lot. And yeah, I do have a plan for that, though. A better plan that I think, or not better, but a different plan that I think I forgot to use before. So, okay, let's try this. I think this is it. I think it's going to be the sub 2-minute run right here. So I think we're almost done with this one. Let's get rid of these. You don't have to delete these. I'm just doing it to keep things clean in my document section. All right, so here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. So we'll go new document. We'll call this one 111. We'll go top plane, begin a sketch, orient the view, and we will create a rectangle here at 125 by 125 over 2. So we will create a rectangle here at, create a rectangle here at 15 by 125 over 2. Oh, crud. This should have been. Delete. This is the frustrating part when you actually try to run it, because like if I make this mistake here, it's no big deal. I can just restart, right? But if I make this mistake on the third one, then it's like no bueno. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. So we go new 111, and we're gonna go top plane, begin a sketch, and we're gonna orient the view, and we're going to create this rectangle here at 125 by 75 over 2. And we're going to create another rectangle here at 15 by 125 over 2. And we're going to create another rectangle here. I'll just create it from here, actually. At 20 by, this is going to be by 50. What's up, Victor? Welcome. We're trying to speed run this thing in under 6 minutes. Let's see if we can make it happen. And then there's our revolve axis. Oh, yeah. How sweet is that? And now for this end, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a circle here with a diameter of 80, and then another circle here with a diameter of 50. And then I'm going to extrude cut to the depth of 15. And then in the end, I can just blast this whole thing through. That's what I was thinking. That's what I did in my little demonstration when I was modeling this part as a demo. So I think that's the way to go. So now this can be at 75 and can get extruded to 160. And then this can be 50 and extrude cut to up to next, or up to, you know, whatever, up to vertex. There. And then this can be extruded directly from the face, and I can just do a remove through all and just blast that through the whole thing. Now we can do a mirror. Hopefully the mirror will fix that other issue too. So this is going to be a mirror plane here, and now we can assign a material. That's going to be ABS, and we can do our mesh properties, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 2 minutes exactly. Yeah. Let's go. All right. Cool. I think that's the way to go. Eduardo, thank you. That is awesome. Yeah, I think if I can just get those rectangle dimensions a little bit faster, we're going to be able to blast through this thing in no time at all. So let's try this again. This is what it's all about. Now we're just in the grind. This is where I start to get excited. Let's see how fast we can get this time. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. And we're going to go top plane, begin a sketch, orient the view, jump into the rectangle command. This is going to be 125 by 75 over 2, right? Oh, God, some of these dimensions are starting to blur on me now. This is going to be, I keep exiting the rectangle command by accident. 15 by 125 over 2, and this one is going to be 20 by 100 over 2, or 50. 102, not 50. And then this is going to all get revolve about this axis. And then over here, we're going to create, I'm just going to follow the exact same workflow I did before. This is going to be 50. This is going to be 80. It's going to be removed to a depth of 15. We're going to go to our front plane or top plane. I'm on the top here by accident. That's going to be at 75. And that's going to come out to tab 160, enter, enter. And then we can create our circle here at 50. And that's going to go to remove up to vertex. And it's going to be this vertex here. And we're going to take this and remove through all. And we're going to take this and mirror. We'll mirror about this. And we're going to take this and assign material, ABS. And we're going to mask properties this, 1212. Oh, yeah, that's what I like. 150, baby. I think that's pretty good. Pretty darn good. Yeah. All right. Cool. If you guys like those sub 2-minute times, be sure to hit the like button. So that's 2 models that we did in sub 2-minute times. Let's grind the third one, and then let's try and get all 3 of them in a row. I think we're right there at that sub 6-minute time. Here we go. Let me know, of course, if you guys are able to hear the music okay, and if the audio is okay, if my voice is okay, and if the music is okay. Because I'm liking these songs. These songs are helping me, so I can make the music a little louder if you want. But if everything's good, I'm good. You guys are good. We're all good. That feels good to have that one. See if I can remember some of those numbers when it comes time to actually speed running it. All righty, let's go to our third model here. This one is looking like this. 1891 grams is our goal for that third model. So let's see if we can't figure out a good way to create this model using our speed running practice here. Excuse me. Using our speed running practice here. So this one, I think I have a pretty good game plan for this one. Let's get into it here. I did make a tutorial on this one as well, but I think I picked up some moves since creating that tutorial. So this will be our first kind of just practice run just to see how we're doing with this one. This one, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out here on the front plane, begin a sketch, orient my view, and then create a center point rectangle with a distance of 60 and a distance of 36. And then I'm going to create a circle with a diameter of 60. And then the top of the circle here is going to be at a distance of, oops. Well, that would actually be keen if that was the correct distance, but I don't think it is. Oh, this is 50 from the base. So we'll go from the base here to this circle. And that's going to be 50. Okay. And then I could either leave that like it is or I could trim it. I think I'm just going to trim just this section here, because if I just trim that, Onshape will automatically pick up on that outside perimeter and let me use that for the majority of the extrusion. So the majority of the extrusion here is going to go to 100 millimeters and it's going to be symmetric. And then I'll go to this face and begin a sketch and get normal to, and I'll create I'll convert that line there, even though I know I don't really have to. I still end up doing it just out of habit. And then this is going to be at 40. And then I can just create a line here that goes up to that point of tangency, comes across, comes down, and then I can create a dimension from that line to the top of the arc with a distance of, it's supposed to be 100 minus 36. So I should have dimensioned that from the base. Instead of pressing S, select dimension, you could press D directly. It's right next door to the S key too here on my keyboard cam. I like that. Thank you, Eduardo. Thank you. And then I'll take that and I'll extrude that to a depth of 10, and that is going to go in this direction. And then I can show that sketch, and that way I can reuse that region up there for my next extrusion. So for my next extrusion, I can use this and this and bring those out to a depth of 5. And then I can pick this face and create a final sketch here of another circle with a diameter of 16, and that's going to get removed. I can take those features alone and mirror them. So this time when I go into the mirror command, I'm going to say features to mirror, and it's going to be about the right plane, and it's going to be this and this. There we go. Those three. And then I'll finish up here by getting into my line arc line workflow, which I love. Line. Come back and touch the endpoint there. Arc. Line, which I love, and just make sure that's tangent. It should be tangent automatically, but it looked like it was a little bit weird there. And then that's going to be 16, and those two are going to be concentric. So we'll just go here to our concentric relationship and S key extrude and remove the Rual, and let's assign a material. This one's going to use the Too Tall Toby material at plain carbon steel. And let's see if we got it right. Boom, 1891. That's what we wanted. Cool. So we just got to cut our time in half on that one, and we're going to have all three of those models at under 2 minutes, and that should set us up nicely to do the speed run. Hopefully get the speed run under 6 minutes. That's our goal here today. I think we're putting in the work, putting in the grind a little bit to get ourselves underneath that number, and learning some pretty cool tricks along the way too. Don't need to close the sketch. Yeah, so that's a good, I'm glad that you're in here, Eduardo, because we can kind of talk about this live a little bit, because I'm curious about this, and I just cannot get a grip on this whole imprinting thing in Onshape. So this will give us a chance to kind of do this live a little bit. So here on this sketch, I mean, I guess I could do it on that last one too, right? Maybe that one's a little bit easier to visualize. But either way, I mean, it doesn't matter. Let's just do it with this one. So S key, begin a sketch, get normal to, and then I go, I'll just do this line arc line just to, well, you know what? I'm going to do it with a circle in the actual speed run. So let me do it with a circle here. So this circle has diameter of 40, and then it has a distance from the ground to the top of the arc at 100. And then we've got our line to tangent, wake up that tangency relationship and close that off. All right. So now I want to extrude that region. So S key extrude. And then what? Then I can just pick this? What? It's just that easy? Wow. Wow. Okay. Thank you for answering my question. That was very, very easy. I did not realize it was that easy. Okay, so then I can just make that 10 and reverse the direction of that and add. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay, cool. And then why not just include that last extrude as part of your initial sketch? That's a good idea. Yeah, so then the initial sketch, I could maybe have it look a little bit more like this. Whoops. Meant to edit that one. I like this song. Okay, so I don't need to close that one off either. And then this is going to be, I could just drag this point onto here now too, which is convenient. It's not letting me go. Just I. Whoa. Hold a sec. This point and this point. Okay, there we go. And then that's going to be at 16. Yep, that's what that radius is. Yeah, I think that's the way to go, Justin. I think that's a great suggestion, because that's gonna really help me when I go to make that final feature. I'm not gonna have to recreate that whole sketch. It'll just be sitting there waiting for me. So then I'll go to, then I'm gonna have to show this, and then I'll go to extrude, and I'll say, I guess this one doesn't even really have to be symmetric, although it does help me align that second one. Yeah, I am going to leave that symmetric. But then I'll go to, see, this is where somebody said I could use tilde to kind of select through here and get, see, like, how do I get that, how do I pick that sketch region when it's in the middle of the model to use for this last sketch, or for this last cut extrude. So I did the original extrusion from the mid plane. Is there a way for me to, yeah, that's what somebody else said too. I could hit this button here, this key here, but it's like, that's giving me a select other essentially, but it's not letting me pick just the, Eduardo in Spanish, it's the N with the tilde, yeah. See, I can pick. Do I just need to click? No, next to P. Oh, okay. Oh, this guy. Nah, it's not giving it to me either. I guess I could try to pick these first and then go. Yeah, it doesn't want to press the right mouse button. Yes. Okay. That works. That'll definitely at least get us through what we're trying to do here today. There we go. And then I can go through all and I can say symmetric. Power trim the initial sketch so it doesn't extrude the whole shape. Yes, that makes sense as well. That's a great point, Justin. Okay, I like that. All right, I think that's good stuff. Let's try this again. I think this is all really good stuff. It's cool. The right mouse button for transparent. I like that. Yeah, Justin, I'm with you there. We'll just trim that whole thing to cut that bottom line off. So let's give this a try here. Whoops, cancel. Okay, so again, for those of you who maybe are just tuning in, what I'm doing here is I'm on the tootalltoby.com/leaderboard page. And from the tootalltoby.com/leaderboard page, we've got this clock that I'm using, which will ultimately allow me to make it onto the tootalltoby.com leaderboard. So we're just trying to get all three of our models done in under 2 minutes. And this is the second one that we're doing. This is the second of the three, and then we're going to do all three of them in a row. So let's go to our right plane, begin a sketch, orient our view, and create a rectangle here with a distance of 60 by 36. Let's create a circle here with a diameter of 60. Let's specify that that circle is supposed to have a max height of 50 from the bottom. Let's create a nice trim here, and then let's do a tombstone shape that comes up, comes around with our tangent arc, comes down, and let's give that a radius of 16, and let's make this point and this point coincident to one another, and then finish up with a final trim here of this bottommost line. And now that we've got that all nice and trimmed, let's jump into an extrude command. We're going to make this 100 by symmetric, and hit the green check mark, pick a face, begin a sketch, orient the view. And we're going to create a circle here that is directly above the origin with a diameter of 40. And we're going to create a dimension to the top of that circle with a distance of 100. We're going to create a line that comes from here, touches that circle exactly at tangent, create another line that comes across, and then we'll come back down. Then we can take that geometry and choose to extrude it. And we don't want to extrude that. We want to extrude all of this. And we want that to go to a distance of 10. We're going to reverse the direction and make sure that that merges into the main model. We'll show the sketch of that and pick this circle and choose to extrude it as well as a solid at a distance of 5. And then we can finish off this thing by adding a cut extrude here with a circle. Sorry, I know that I said I was going to start using that D key and I didn't use it. Old habits die hard. And we'll do a remove there. And we will do a mirror. And that's going to be a feature. Well, this can just be a part mirror now, right? We got everything that we need. So this is going to be a part mirror about the front plane. We're going to assign a material. That material is going to be plain carbon steel. And our mass is going to be 1891. All righty. This is nice. Tayfon, what's up, man? Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining us today. Take it easy. Yeah, I am trying to take it easy on this beautiful Friday. That's for sure. All right, that's pretty good. 2 minutes 34. I think we can probably get that down a little bit shorter. Like I said, if we could get each of these down around 140, that'll give us like a full minute of mess up time when we try to run all three of them. But that's pretty good. I like this. I really like this new workflow. So let's try this again here. We're going to get rid of this. Should add the S toolbar to the tools without the shortcut line. Line, L dimension, D. Tools without a shortcut line, like line, linear dimension, D. You're saying add stuff there that I don't have to find it elsewhere? That's a good idea, especially if they don't already have a shortcut key. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, go. I like that idea. Right plane. $60 by 36, and we're going to make this 60, and we're going to say the distance to that is 50, and we'll trim. And I should probably just save that trim and do it with the other one at the end. Come back, touch the end point, come around, close that off, make that 16, and then we'll take this and make those coincident, and trim one last time, and extrude 100, and symmetric. We'll go to this face, begin a sketch, get normal 2, and this is going to be a circle with diameter 40 and a distance from the base at 100. And this time I'm going to try to remember to put that other circle in there, make that 16, and we'll create a line here. Deviating a little from the plan on the fly, never a good idea, I know, but I wonder if this will help us. And we're going to go extrude, and that's going to get extruded to a depth of 10, and it's going to be these guys. Okay, and then we'll show that sketch and extrude once again as a solid here, 5, and it's going to be this and this. I'd say that worked out pretty good, and we're going to do a mirror. And it's going to be all of this about this plane. And then we will assign a material. It's going to be Toby's library, plain carbon steel. And the mass is 1891. Yeah! That's the workflow we were looking for right there. That got us under our 2 minutes. Let's go. If you guys are watching this and enjoying this, be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe. Temporarily hide part. Yeah, maybe for that right mouse button transparency thing, that'll help in those spots. But let's go, let's go, let's go. I like this. I am liking this a lot. Alrighty, let's do this again. Here we go. I'm gonna grind this one more time just because I want to be ready when I get to this part in the actual run. So let's grind this one more time. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. So we'll go create, call this one 222. We're going to go right plane, begin a sketch, get normal 2, create our rectangle here, 60 by 36, create our circle, 60, create our dimension from the base to the top of that circle at 50, create our line, arc, line workflow. Did it all in one shot this time, Justin. Make that 16. I'll take this and press I to make those coincident. Jump into the power trim, extrude 100, and symmetric to make it easier to line up that next sketch. Start the sketch here, get normal 2. We're going to make a circle here, 40, and a circle inside of that, 16. And we're going to say that's going to be at a distance of 100 from the base. And then we'll do our line up to tangency, horizontal, back down to this corner. And then we will extrude all of that as an add here at 10 millimeters. And it's going to be that region and this region. Let's show that sketch. Let's do another extrude. This is going to be at 5 millimeters, and it's going to be this region and this region as an add. We're going to do a mirror, and that's going to be this to mirror about this plane. We're going to assign the material. That's going to be from the Too Tall Toby library, plain carbon steel. And what is the mass? Boom. Let's go. All right. Woo. I think we're ready. And by the way, what's up, Glenn? Great to see you in here. I know you said temporary hide part. I didn't even give you a proper hello. Yeah. All right. Here we go. 6-minute speed run. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the whole thing here. So again, if you haven't been here before, check it out, tootalltoby.com. The speed modeling challenge is available for all users of any CAD system. That's kind of the cool thing about the Too Tall Toby. Our whole community really is really for everyone. But the leaderboard challenge here you can see is for all CAD users: Onshape, SolidWorks, Inventor, CATIA, ZW3D. We got last month we had ANSYS Space Claim in here. We had Fusion 360 user in here, FreeCAD. So all users of any 3D CAD system are welcome in this Too Tall Toby leaderboard challenge. And you can always go back and watch other people's videos of how they did it. If you want to watch Airwick, how Airwick did it here this month in April, you could learn some cool moves. Take a look at what Airwick is using as far as his toolkit, his workflow, and learn a little bit about different ways to speed model this thing. But let's go. Let's try and run this whole thing now in just 6 minutes. We're going to try to create all 3 of these models: Model 1, Model 2, Model 3. We're going to try and get the mass correct on all 3 of them. We're going to try and do the whole thing in just 6 short minutes. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. So we're going to create a document here. I'll call this one 111. And for this one, we're going to use our top plane. I already forgot all the dimensions that we agreed to use for our rectangle technique. I'm getting nervous. Let's go. So this is going to be 125 by 75 over 2. This one here is going to be, I took myself out of the rectangle command. This one here is going to be 15 by 125 over 2. And this one is going to be 20 by 50. All right, that's our first shape, and we're going to take that and we're going to revolve it into a solid. We're going to go onto this end face here, begin a sketch. We're going to create a sketch here with a diameter of 80 and with a diameter of 50, and we're going to remove that to a depth of 15. We're going to go on this plane, and we're going to create a circle with a diameter of 75. And we're going to extrude that to a depth of 160. Oh boy, what did I do? Not this. There we go. There's our 20 seconds that we just burned off. That was the 20 seconds that we allotted for. We just ruined it. All right, and then this is going to be at 50, and we're going to remove that to an up to vertex condition of this vertex here. We're going to take this and we're going to remove that as a through all. We're going to do a mirror here. We're going to mirror this about this plane. We're going to assign a material. That's going to be the Too Tall Toby library of materials, and it's going to be the ABS. And we're going to say mass properties of this. We forgot to change to pounds. No, this one isn't in pounds. What am I doing? We're going to say mass properties 1212. That is correct. Move on to model number 2. So let's create a new document here, and this is going to be 222. This is the one we just did. Got inside my head a little bit there. It's all right. We're going to make up for it here on this one, right? So we'll do new sketch here, normal 2, S key, rectangle. This is the one we just did. It's the one that's the most fresh in my head. So this one should be the easiest. This is going to be at 60, and it's going to be from the bottom to here at 50. And we're going to getting butterflies a little bit, guys. Gonna bring this one around here. Close that off, and we're going to say this is going to have a radius of 16, and this point and this point are going to be coincident. We'll go into our power trim off the bottom of that, extrude that to a depth of 100 and symmetric. There we go. This face, begin to sketch, get normal 2. We're going to create a circle here, diameter of 40, and a circle here with a diameter of 16. We're going to say that those are 100 from the bottom of the part. We're going to create a line here that starts at this point, comes up, comes across, comes down. We're going to say that that's going to get extruded to a depth of 10, and that's going to be an add. And we're going to pick, oh crud, we're going to pick this region here as well. And then let's show that sketch. Uh-oh. Trouble in paradise here. Merge scope. Oh, I unchecked the merge scope. There we go. And then we're going to do another extrude, and that's going to be this region here and this region here with a depth of 5. We're going to do a mirror, and it's going to be the whole thing mirrored about this plane. And we're going to assign a material, and that's going to be plain carbon steel from the Too Tall Toby library. And the mass of that part is 1891, and that is correct. And now we move on to our final model here. This one is going to be 333, and this one is going to be in inches. So workspace units is going to be inches and pounds. And for this one, we're going to go to the top plane and begin to sketch. And we're going to create a line, come back, touch the end point, come around with an arc. Another line, which is tangent, and another arc here. We're going to say that those two are tangent, so we use the T key. We're going to say these points are coincident. We're going to say these points are horizontal. We're going to create another circle here with a diameter of 0.5, and then we're going to go through and add some dimensions. These are going to be 2 inches apart from one another. This is going to be 1.25, and this one is going to be a radius of 0.5. We're going to do an extrude, and that's going to go to a depth of 1.8, and we're going to reverse the direction of that. We're going to go to the front plane, begin to sketch, get normal 2, and we're going to create our rectangle here at 1.75 by 1.3. And we're going to say that this is going to be vertical. So we'll use the V there. We're going to say that this is going to be at 0.25, and we're going to add a couple of fillets here, fillet here, and a fillet here. And that's going to be at 0.1. We're going to do a remove, and that's going to be through all symmetric. And then we're going to do a hole, which we want to show this sketch so that we can put the hole right here. Show the sketch. We're going to do a hole. Nope. Show this sketch. We're going to do the hole right here. Assign a material. 1060 aluminum. And mass properties. Boom! Yeah, baby! Did we do it? 159, 201, 607. Oh, come on! So close. We just needed those extra couple of clicks. Oh, man. Whoo! All right. All right. It's okay. Close enough that I think we are, oh, man, we are so in the ballpark. Man, oh, man, oh, man. I don't want to completely abandon this one, but, you know, if you give yourself an out, you're kind of assuming you're not gonna do it. So, all right, I'll give myself an out here, and this will be Onshape. All right, so we'll do submit to leaderboard, and we can see here that does get me on the leaderboard there, Too Tall Toby 607, but that is not what we set out to do today. So let's go again. Let's do this again. Man, that was close. I had the right song and everything. I was so close on that one. Okay. That song was making me nervous, though. I was getting, like, butterflies as I was going through. What's up, Simon? Welcome, welcome. Boom. 607. Very, very close. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We can do this. Man, that was exhilarating. That's the thrill that I miss. Making all these contests, but I'm not competing enough. All right, let's get rid of all these practice ones. Shake it off a little bit. We got this. That was just, you know, I just needed that practice one time to get through. Now I think we're golden. All righty, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. Let's go here. This first one, this is our rectangle model, right? We know how to do these. We don't have to be nervous about this one. We know exactly what we're doing. We're going to go rectangle here at 125 by 75 over 2. We're already in the rectangle command, so we don't need to exit it. We're going to make that one 15 by 125 over 2. And we're going to do a final rectangle here at 20 by 50. No problem. Revolve that. We'll pick our revolve axis here. This is just smooth as butter. Begin a new sketch. We're going to create a sketch here with a diameter of 50. We're going to create a diameter of 80. And we're going to remove that to a depth of 15 remove. All right. Now we'll go to this plane. We'll create a sketch, which is going to be a circle with a diameter of 75. And we'll bring that out to a depth of 160. And then we will select this face here and casually create a 50 millimeter diameter circle, which will get removed up to vertex. And we'll pick this vertex here, and we're not sweating this at all. And now we're going to do a remove here. So remove using that face, that's going to go through all. We don't have anything to be nervous about because we're doing so good with this thing. We're going to do a mirror, and we're going to say this is what we're mirroring, and this is the plane we're mirroring it about. We're going to assign a material. That material is going to be the Too Tall Toby material of ABS. And we're going to take a mass properties of this thing and come up with 1212, which is the correct answer. So click here to finish model 1, and we are ready to move on to model 2. Not rename, no. We're going to close that, and we're going to create a new document here for model number 2. And model number 2 is the one that we are the most comfortable with because we spent all that time coming up with that wonderful strategy of a 60 by 36 millimeter rectangle, a 60 millimeter circle here, which is at a max height of 50. We created our tombstone here. Shout out to Justin for that wonderful idea of including the tombstone in the first sketch and doing a power trim, which I love power trim. So anytime somebody suggests that we do a power trim, I am on board with that suggestion. I'm going to take this point and this point, make those coincident, and then we are going to do said power trim through here, S key, extrude, tab, 100, tab, symmetric, and enter. We're going to select this face, begin a sketch, orient our view, and we're going to create a circle, diameter 40, and a circle, diameter 16. Let's create a dimension from the base to the top of that circle of 100, and then let's create a line that comes up to the point of tangency, comes across, comes down. Oh yeah, that looks wonderful. Let's turn that into some solid geometry here. So we'll make that 10 and reverse direction, and it's going to be this section as well. That looks great. Let's show that sketch so that we can use it for another extrude here. It's going to be this and this out to a depth of 5. And now we are ready to mirror that whole thing about this plane. Assign a material of plain carbon steel from the Too Tall Toby library and calculate the mass. And it's just that easy. 1891. Boom. Close that. Let's start a new document. This one's going to be called 333. And this one, we're going to go into the workspace units and change this to inches and change this to pounds. And we're going to go top plane, begin a sketch. We're going to orient our view. We're going to do line, come back, touch the endpoint, arc. Line, come back, touch the endpoint, arc. We'll make those tangent. We'll make this coincident. We'll make this horizontal. We'll do another circle here with a diameter of 0.5. We will add some dimensions here. Radius 1.25, radius 0.5, and distance between these two of 2 inches. We're going to take that all and extrude it to 1.8, and let's reverse the direction of that extrusion. Show that sketch so it's ready when I get to my whole command. Front plane, begin a sketch, orient the view, and this is going to be at 1.75 by 1.3. And we're going to say that that's going to be at a distance of 0.25. We'll take this point and this point and make those vertical. And we will add in our fillet here and here at 0.1. And now we're ready to take that geometry and remove it through wall and symmetric. And now we can finish up by going into our hole command, picking this point here for the hole. We're going to say this has a material of 1060 alloy. And the mass of this part is 0.686. Yes! Woohoo! We did it. All right. Yes, 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 yes. Man, that is what is up. That's how you do it, baby. That's how you do a speed run. Woo! 5:35. I like that time. I'm real happy with that time. And let me go ahead and put that information into the into this window here. That is what is up. So model number 1, 142. Model number 2, 154. Model number 3, 159. Too Tall Toby, and the CAD system is Onshape. Onshape. And let's submit that to the leaderboard. Victor says, LFG, let's go. Nice work, Toby. Thank you very much, Victor, for the financial donation support. I very much appreciate the financial support. It is a fun channel and a fun contest. And wowzers, man. Cool. So now I'm on the leaderboard. So now what I have to do is I have to go to this video here, the synthwave video, and then reply to that video with a link to my run showing proof that I did the whole thing in under 6 minutes. That I did it in, in this time. And once you do that, then I'll have the link to your video. I'll go in and I'll modify the table and add your video to the chart here. And then everyone will be able to see your run. So if you're out there, if you're watching this, if you're interested in doing the speed run, just remember, you got to reply. You got to let me know where your video is, or else I'm not going to be able to post it on here as a verified video. So that is it for today's live stream. I got to tell you, that was a lot of fun. Just kind of an impromptu live stream, but I really appreciate everybody watching today. Remember to like, remember to subscribe, remember to share this content with other people in the 3D CAD community. And I hope that everybody enjoyed this. I really appreciate all the support from everybody. I appreciate all of the feedback. Justin, Glenn, Eduardo, thank you so much. Tayfun, great seeing you in here. Anti-Venom, always good seeing you in here. And Victor, thank you so much for joining us, and thanks for the support. And Dritun earlier was in here asking about sheet metal. Great to see you. And of course, X-Dads is in here too, and Rob, first 2 people that made it in here into the chat. So thank you all so much. Jed, what is up? Jed says, very nice. I appreciate that. It's a perfect comment to end the live stream on. Very nice indeed. I do feel very nice having completed that goal. I was worried after the first one came up a little bit short, but working with such an amazing team as all of you in the chat, we really didn't have anything to worry about. So thank you all so much. Glad that you enjoyed the live stream today. We'll do this again next month sometime. I'll have the new contest up, but you still have the whole weekend if you want to try to do the speed modeling challenge yourself. You are welcome to give it a try. And I will see everyone in the next live stream and, of course, in the message boards. Take it easy, everybody.